I've seen the things come up more and more about this, and I find this very interesting, which is they saying that if Bill Belichick loses to the Colts, he might get fired. You been seeing this?
I mean, to me, that feels like nonsense, but I have been seeing it. I mentioned earlier, given his recent track record, any other coach with that run without his resume does get fired. But what they're not going to do is fire Bill Belichick midseason.
No,
like, that's just not going to happen.
No. They're not. Well, especially since they ain't got nothing to play for, right? Like we're going to turn this around and make the playoffs, or we should be in the Super Bowl this year. It's not that level. They're not going to do that. They're in that similar place where they made the wrong pick on the quarterback. Now, this is where I would cut Kyle Shanahan slack on the Trey Lance thing, though I contend Trey Lance looked worse at the end than when he got him. And that's the second time I've seen that happen with him and a quarterback. And at some point, you got to answer for it, right? Other than Trevor Lawrence, all the 2021 quarterbacks are bad. Like, that is the year off of, that was the COVID season, was 2020. All the guys that came in 2021, all bad. If you want to throw Jordan Love in there from the 2020 draft, because he looking pretty stinky too, all bad, right? Like, it wasn't that long ago we thought everybody in the league had their quarterback situation straight. Now half the league ain't got no quarterbacks.
Yeah, that happened fast, man. That happened fast. I remember thinking, like, we're in the golden age. So many teams are competitive. They got their quarterbacks all over the place. Nope. I mean, it wasn't that long ago when I thought Jordan Love was going to be good this year.
Yep.
Nope.
And by the way, even guys that, like, we think are good, but just how good? Tua, Justin Herbert, right? Like, just how good are we really talking here? But the Patriots got Mac Jones, and they got him because they needed a quarterback, and he was the quarterback that was there. I feel the same way about Kenny Pickett, right? Like, okay, you guys need a quarterback. It's a quarterback right there. I guess we might as well pick up this quarterback. I generally recommend waiting to the second round if that's going to be your play, because then you can go back to the first round next year and nobody really trips on you, right? Like, that's the way you play it. But if Belichick were to get fired unceremoniously, oh, well, this the game you play, big homie, right? Like, Bill Belichick would fire Bill Belichick unceremoniously. Bill Belichick would not give a damn about what had happened the 20 years previous, 7 Super Bowls, or any of that stuff. This is the game. Bill Belichick would have gone out there and got somebody else. Like, that's it. Like, I don't think they'll fire him in the middle of the year because that's just unceremonious. Like, I just can't. Yeah. I do think he's earned more respect than that.
That was kind of mean what you did there, because only Tom Brady got 7 Super Bowls. The Patriots only got 6.
That's right.
And that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem, is that Tom went down there and did something else. And I think the point I've been making about Bill is it feels like everything that he has done up until this point, all the things that we revere him for, came from a place of humility. It was like, I am not going to out-coach everyone out here, so I will find ways to get edges, and I'll change defenses. I'll try the 2 tight end offense. I'll try anything to get an edge. But recently, the decisions have seemed arrogant. It's like, no one thinks this person is a first rounder. I'll get him. I'll make him a first rounder. No one's ever entered a season without an offensive coordinator. That's all right, because they ain't me. Watch me do my thing. We're going to move on or we're going to fill up our roster with all these okay skill players, but no great ones. We don't need no difference maker right there, because I'm me. I'll fill up this whole defense with cornerbacks, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover the shit out of everybody, because that's what Bill Belichick does, and it hasn't been working. So at some point, I certainly wouldn't argue that the game has passed him by, but it does feel like his idea of market inefficiencies has been wrong recently. Somebody got to step in there. And I think this is a thing that happens a lot of times with a team or a company or organization that has a lot of success under one person. It's inevitable that everyone's going to start to look at that person and be scared to have competing ideas, be scared to tell him that his shit stink. And that could lead to groupthink, which I do think is part of the problem here.
And as a coach, you got 2 choices. Even if you stay a long time, you got 2 choices: get out early or get run out. Every single coach has either gotten out early or gotten run out. Don Shula got run out. Tom Landry got run out. It took him a while. Chuck Noll got run out. Bill Walsh got out early. They'd have ran his ass out. And I know that because they ran George Seifert out coming off of like a 14-2 and 12-4 or something like that. Run them out. Every single great coach you could think of either got out early or got run out. I mean, as I recall, didn't Vince Lombardi, I don't think he left the Packers on his terms.
He finished in Washington.
Yeah.
He didn't finish in Green Bay.
They all get run out. Go to college. Bobby Bowden, they ran his old ass out of there. Bear Bryant got out before they could run him out. Now, granted, he died, but trust me, one more of them Liberty Bowls, and they was going to get him up out the paint. You get out or you get fired. That's it. And as much as we talk about the cold-heartedness in the ways that people deal with players, they deal with everybody else the same way.
I mean, the incentives are obviously there. And when it's such a public place too, it's hard to whatever. It's so public and the results are so binary. I think in other places, you can find something else to hang your hat on, or only so many people actually looking and checking. You can sell some other dream. Like, no, don't worry about it. We're doing this so we can do that. That's all right. You just don't understand. No, we all understand what this job is. Did you win or did you lose? You're a loser. And you be a loser too many times. You're an unemployed loser trying to convince somebody else of your story. So that's one of the harsh realities of sports that make it so great and make it so difficult, because there is so many variables and context that go into the results, but it don't matter. The results are the results, which is why football and sports in general are so great when you are trying to have analogies to talk about other things, because it's so clear. It's black and white. You're a loser. Yeah. You're just losing too much. You got to go.
And on top of that, I had a guy who played for the Patriots who had been around the league, right? Had seen some success. And I would ask him about playing for the Patriots. And his response was, well, it's not the most fun place to play, but you have a chance to win every Sunday. When you take away that last part, it's over. Like cats can't keep buying into this idea once you take away that last part.